solving differential equations using integration factor here. So differential equations, in another video already we explained what a differential equation is all about. And then now we're just going to get to solve for these equations by different methods, because we solve for differential equations with so many different methods. But again, depends on the kind of differential equations you have in front of you. All right. So if you have an equation, for example, that we call the standard form, which is dy over dx. Remember, dy over dx is the same thing as the derivative, which is the same thing as the y prime over here. So plus p of x times y equals to q of x. So this is what we call standard form, meaning that if you have a differential equation that looks just like this one, so you can go ahead and then use the integration factor. And then the integration factor, u of x is equal to exponential integral of p of x dx. So people can have so many different kinds of notation for the u of x. So it can be I of x, for example. So then it's just the same thing. And then y equals to y, which is the actual function that you're solving for. So y equals to 1 over the u of x, the same u of x that we have there, times bracket the integration of u of x times q of x dx plus c. So what is the u of x coming from again? So u of x is coming from here, and then the q of x is coming from this one here. Okay, we see? That's the reason why I have it down back here, so we all know where we're heading to. So now let's take the equation that we have here that we want to solve for. So at the end of the day, we want an answer with y equals 2. Okay, so we have y prime plus y 8y, which is equal to 0. So what are we going to do, in this case? So the first thing we want to find out is this equation here a standard form equation? That's what we need to find out first. Do we have the derivative here? The differentiation, we have it, which is y prime plus a. So the p of x will be our a, and then we have our y. And what will be the q of x? 0, correct? So our q of x is going to be 0. So that means we do have a standard form. Now, what else do we need in order to get to this equation? Because this is what we're going to use afterwards. So if this is what we're going to use, we need the u of x. So the u of x, which is this one here, so we're going to look for it, right now. Let's go. So u of x, so I will do that on the side here. So which is exponential of integration of p of x. So what is p of x? P of x is the function that is right together with the y, correct? So which one is that here? Is a. So is a, then dx. So that means we have to find the integration of a. And what is the integration of a? A, which is just a constant here. So that will give us what? Ax. Okay? So that will be equal to exponential ax. All right? So if that is equal to exponential ax, that's what we have, in this case. So what's going to happen then? So now we have the u of x. So now we can plug it back in here and then work it out. So let's go. So we take this one here, which is y equals to 1 over. So our ux of x is exponential ax times integral of ux, the same thing, exponential ax, and then times the q of x. So what is the q of x? For our case here is 0, and then dx plus c. All right? So what's happening here? So let's do the operations. So we end up with exponential ax times 0 is what? Is 0. So it's 0 here. All right, 0, 0. And then plus only c is left. All right? So this operation here ends up giving us 0. Okay? Because of the 0 that we have there, we multiply anything by 0, we get 0. So that's 0 plus c, so we end up with c only. So that's the only term that is left there. Now we can multiply, so 1 times exponential ax times c. So it's going to give us what? It's going to give us c over exponential ax, okay, because 1 times c is c, which is just the same thing as if we move this one up, we end up with c times exponential negative ax. So that means y is equal to this one here. Y is equal to c times exponential negative ax. So you see how simple this can be, but you do have to understand what is happening on the top there in order to just do this one in just a few minutes. Okay? All right, so we have more to come.